Welcome back. So in our previous video, we talked about software development lifecycle and how you get started. In the beginning, we had Lily and her investors as a stakeholder talk to a company called Everly Hill Consulting, and a group of people with specialized people called business analyst team started interviewing Lily and her investor groups how this software should work. And we talk about taking the notes of the functionalities or descriptions of how the software should work. How do I create an account? When I swipe my card in 7-Eleven versus Costco, what's going to happen? Where the receipt goes? How do I save the receipt? How do I view the receipt? How do I print the receipt? Can I take a picture of my existing receipt and also upload it? All the descriptions of how the software should function or the functionalities of software, it's going to become an English document. It's English language, but it's not technical language. Then business analyst's job is also turning in that, translate that English document to a document called requirement document. Now, when you have requirement documents ready, then we can build based on requirement document, start building the software. This is very similar when you call a pizza shop. What kind of pizza do you want? They will take your requirement, and based on your requirement, they will build your pizza. This is very similar when you go to a restaurant. A waiter comes to you, and what kind of food do you want? Based on your requirement, chef will start cooking. Most businesses they have very similar process. Now, assume that you have your requirement document ready. What is the next step of building software in the SDLC, software development lifecycle? Once your requirement document is ready, then you will have people like software architecture. They will look at your requirement document, start understanding. After analyzing your requirement document, the software architecture team would start designing this entire application, how it should work. Can you imagine what is going to be the front end? CSS, JavaScript, HTML, how the UI looks like, how the back end looks like, what kind of programming language do we use, whether it's Java or C#, what kind of database we will use, what is the design of the databases. All this stuff is the design process of software development. Now, can you imagine if somebody wants to build a house? Do you just directly jump from, I want to have a very nice house, this is the picture? Or once you have understood the requirement of the house, the architecture have to put the blueprint of the house. Then once the blueprint is ready, now construction workers can start looking at the blueprint, start building the house, right? Just like that. Once the requirement document is ready, the software architecture team will have to have the blueprint of the software, which is pretty much design phase of software development life cycle. Now you know the two phases of software development life cycle. One is requirement gathering. Second one is based on the requirement document. The software team or software architecture team will design the application. Now it's called design phase, right? The outcome of the design phase is like very similar to construction. When you have the blueprint, now construction workers can start building the house. When you have design ready for the software, now developers can start building the software. In our next video, we're going to talk about what is going to happen in the development phase of software development lifecycle.